The guys from Top That Trader here. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Alan Neckman of Agora Financial. Good to see you there, guys. Round number one, S&P success. The S&P 500 rose more than 16% in 2020. But if you toss out Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, the gain withers to 7.9%. Is that a sign of a slowing stock market? And do you have a New Year trading resolution to share for 2021 success?
No, obviously there are no signs of slowing. Let's remember the S&P was more than 70% off of its lows from last March. This trend is still strong. I've talked about 4,000 as my target in the big picture. But what I'm looking to do is trust the trends more and trade less. That's what I want to look to in 2021.
I want to have more fun in 2021. Well, that's what we want to do. And let's face it, we didn't have a lot of fun in 2020, not a lot of people, unless you were long the stock market, which those people had a little bit of fun. I think that Alan's right. I think the trend is your friend, but I think in this case, you can look to rebalance. I think some of the stocks that underperformed in 2020 are actually going to outperform in 2021. And some of the stocks, the stay-at-home stocks, for example, your Amazons, your Walmart, not that they're not going to be great stocks, but I think when you're looking for a percentage return, you look at the beaten down sector. Just look at what's happened in the beginning of the year, the financials, the energies, all those sectors that got beat up. The industrials are coming back in a big way. I think that trend's going to continue into 2021.
Call it a comeback.
Round number two, trading games. The CFTC has been asked to approve NFL futures. Are you ready to tackle some football financial fun?
I am. I mean, but that's a lot of letters for people, right? CFTC, NFL. What does that all mean? The Commodity Futures Trading Commission. They're the ones that look at commodity contracts to see if they're viable to trade. And guess what? They're going to be asked to believe that whether betting on the NFL should be a commodity, so the bookmakers can hedge their bets against a big loss. For example, I want to make a bet that Mitch Trubisky is going to be the MVP in the Super Bowl, right? The odds against them are small right now. But if the book took my bet and they lost that bet, they'd be in trouble. But if they had a futures contract, they can hedge it and they wouldn't take a loss, and everybody would be happy, especially Chicago Bear fans.
That's what we sometimes forget, that these markets are here to hedge and protect against financial risk. And so, you forget that. But one of the best contracts that come out last year were the micro mini contracts in the futures. So now that's made some futures more accessible to anybody and everybody. But if you look at commodities in general, if you look at the DB commodity index, it went from 10 to 15. So it's doubled. That's a 50% gain actually here in the last 8 months. But that's still a long ways away from the 45 high that we saw in 2008. So there's going to be a commodities comeback as well.
There's also a weather futures at the CME where you can actually hedge against the weather. So, you could take the NFL games and see if there's going to be snow. You can hedge against the weather. I mean, there are so many possibilities.
Round number three, bonus baby. New Year bonuses are on the way. Bonuses were created by JP Morgan way back in the day. What bonus play do you see today?
First off, JP Morgan is unchanged over the last 52 weeks, and compare that to the Dow, which has been up about 10%, so it still has some upside. But it's amazing that he used to give away gold coins as a bonus to his employees way back in the day. Everybody's looking for their bonus right now. Some don't get paid out till March. That's a travesty in my opinion. But I think that's going to be a bonus for the market, is when people get their bonuses, obviously, they look to put that money to work. And let's see where it can go. My bonus play for this year is TLT. We've seen interest rates rise, but I don't think that's going to last forever. I think, with the new administration and stimulus here, rates will go back down.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the New Year's bonus for most people, the check they're going to get from the government. And there's no doubt that the market is acting more positively with the expectations that people are going to get more money in their pocket. But of course, that may be short-term gain for long-term pain. At some time, the government's going to have to pay some of this money back. So we better have some pretty explosive economic growth to make up for all the money we've been spending and printing.
Here's your bonus round. The questions will be winter tickers. Can you spot the phony one that I made up? Will it be snow, SNOW, cold, COLD, or freeze, FREEZ?
I'm going with snow.
I'm going with snow. I think that was I always go with your first choice.
Oh no, snow is that hot new IPO, Snowflake, the cloud company.
Oh, that's a new stock that IPO'd like just a couple months ago. That's not in my head.
I try and I try to make it easy. There's always next week. Thanks, guys. Business First AM continues with the final trade of the day after the break. For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.